Apex Legends is about to change quite a bit with a new character that has been leaked out named Loba. Now we know exactly what Loba looks like based off of these game files that were leaked out by iLoot Games, and you can tell right here this is probably the default skin that we're going to have for Loba. And now I want to go over some abilities, but just before we do, I want to make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and leave this video a like if you enjoy content like this, and let's get right into it. So I've made a video about her abilities before, but I want to give you my opinion on why I think she will change the meta, and it's not the same reason that I think that Revenant would have. It's not because I just read her files and I think that she's going to be OP. It's really because of the things that I've been seeing Respawn post on Twitter, and this is why I think Loba is going to change Apex Legends drastically. So because I've done a video on her abilities already, I'm just going to run through these really quick and give you a brief overview of what they are. So first off, we have Black Market Boutique, and this is just placing a device that can steal all nearby loot. Moving on, we have Supply for Demand, where she can choose a specific type of loot that she can reveal in the area through the walls. And then moving on to her next ability, we have Eye for Quality, where Loba can see nearby loot through the walls. Moving on to her tactical ability, we have Burglar's Best Friend, which you can throw a disc and teleport to that location, and we now know that that disc is also the ring that you see in this video right here. So what is this video that you're seeing now? This video is actually the in-game teaser that you're going to be seeing on April the 24th, I believe, based upon this file right here. iLoot Games leaked out where you can see phase 4 basically means that this is going to be an in-game teaser that you can go into the game. You can see the character model of Loba in the actual map. I don't know if it's going to be Kings Canyon or World's Edge, but you'll actually be able to see the physical model of Loba in the game like you could Crypto back in season 2 when he was teased in the map over on Labs. So now let's get into the reason I believe that Loba will actually be a really good legend in Apex. So based upon these tweets that you see right here, a lot of people, including pro players, including casual players, are really frustrated and annoyed with the meta being the exact same. Every single game you go into, people want to use Wraith, people want to use Pathfinder, and people want to use Gibraltar or Watson, and they want to camp ring, and they just want to win the game. And it takes a lot of the fun out of the game because you're constantly just experiencing the same zones, the same rotations. It feels like every game is pretty much a repeat of the last game where you're just having to camp, play really slow, and I understand that that's how competitive can be sometimes, but you also have to realize that a lot of people are going to think that this game is getting stale, which is very important. You can't think that people's opinions are not important just because you disagree with them. If a lot of people believe that the game is becoming stale, then a lot of people are actually going to stop playing the game and are going to stop watching the game. So it needs to be fresh for everyone that's playing. That includes YouTubers, that includes pro players, that includes casual players. Everyone's opinion here is just as important. So a Respawn developer were talking to some pros and some content creators on YouTube, and they actually said that there were some patches coming out, not only just the patch that we just got with the Bloodhound Town takeover, but another patch coming pretty soon that is going to bring some character buffs and nerfs. And we also have a confirmed Mirage buff that we have coming, and that's just really good to hear because a lot of people have been requesting a Mirage and Octane buff for so long now, and it's finally time that they do these things. We also know that there are going to be some more passives coming, so people are going to be getting some passive rework. So multiple people will be getting new passives based upon the classification of the legend that they are. So if you're a support legend, you'll get a new passive. If you're a recon legend, you'll get a new passive. We've seen those before, but with those, that'll mean that some other legends will get a new passive because they're just kind of recycling old passives from other legends. So now if that classification, they all get the same passive, then that person whose passive it was originally will have to get a new one, such as Pathfinder. I know we'll be getting a rework of a passive because all recon legends will eventually be able to scan the survey beacon and see the next zone like Pathfinder can do now. So once that comes to all recon legends, what passive will they bring for Pathfinder? No one really knows yet, but there's a lot of speculations of what could come to Apex Legends for all of these new abilities. And I think the response from the community of Revenant's abilities not being that great for season 4 launch when he came out was really good because Apex did listen and they did give him a buff already. So I think that was really good, but I think he needed to be good at the start of the season in order to really maximize the player base that wanted to come and play as Revenant as the new character. A lot of people came, they realized he wasn't that good, so they left and never come back. So I think Loba needs to be really good right off the start, and the devs have said specifically that they're interested in changing the meta. They're interested in making it to where not every ranked game is used by Wraith, Pathfinder, Gibraltar, Watson, whatever. They want to change it up quite a bit so that these games can feel different, can feel fresh, and the meta can be new so people can learn new things for ranked and competitive play. So I don't believe that Loba is going to be the best simply because I'm reading her abilities and I think that they sound good. I think she's going to be one of the best and definitely a really good legend right off the start because Respawn has heard loud and clear from the community about how these legends need to be better off the start and how these legends need a bigger buff. And I think that they did a good job with the Revenant buff. They just kind of came right out the rip. They didn't really slowly buff him, they just kind of put a lot of things on him together, immediately removing low profile, immediately just giving him 2 charges on his tactical, and also making it 20 seconds instead of 10 seconds. That's not really a buff that was just kind of gradually worked towards. That's just kind of like ripping the band-aid off and just going right to the point, and I think that they instantly made him a better legend because of that, and I hope that they do that with Loba. I hope that they're not scared to make her overpowered off the start and maybe pull her back and nerf her over time, rather than just making her really sucky, really bad off the start, and then people getting bored of playing her and then having to buff her later after everyone's already stopped. But I'm really excited for this release of Season 5. I can't wait for it to come out. We have a lot to look forward to with the future of Respawn. I hope we actually get it on time. It should be coming out on May the 5th, but who really knows if that's going to be postponed because of the entire situation that the world is in right now with this virus. It actually looked like on Twitter that he posted the other day saying if we're able to get this Season 5 launch out on time, drinks on me, so kind of setting the tone for maybe it won't be out on time. And so I'm not really sure how this is all going to play out. I hope that they can get it out on time, and I hope that we can be enjoying some new content pretty soon. But let me know what you guys think about all of this. Let me know if you guys are going to be maining Loba, how you feel about her. Do you agree with me? Do you think that they're going to make her better than Revenant was off the start? I think hopefully by now that they've learned their lesson, but let me know and give me your opinions down in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Apex Legends content like this, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.